Good morning, friends. Murray's readers are leaders. This is Roy Murray, author Roy Murray from Hollywood, Florida. It's sunny here again. And I'm going to go off the beaten track here from my mystery series. I've got one more book in that, one more author with a couple of books, but one more author in that series. And I'll be coming up next Tuesday. But I wanted to add this in today because uh, I'm really upset with the impeachment bullshit that's been going on. I'm going to give you 4 books today that will help you understand what's going on. Uh, if you already understand what's going on, that's great because I don't know of anybody that does know what's going on. I'm not watching them. Everybody I ask that's watching them really doesn't know what the underlining current of what's going on here. Now, the 4 books, I'm just going to go one, give it, explain it, then I'd go to 2, and so forth. The first book is The Smear, written by Cheryl Atkinson. I read this book early in 2016. All of these books are read between the election and now because of prior to, I'll give you an example of who I am. I'm a non-aligned voter. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I vote who I think is the best person. And during the trial, I was watching CNN and the news because I had it on in the office. We liked watching it and watching the trial. I thought Trump was a buffoon. In some ways, he's changed my mind. I see some things, good things he's doing, other things I don't like about what he's doing. And I dislike back in wherever it was a long time ago on Hillary Clinton. I wouldn't trust her with my bank account. In any case, The Smear is written by Cheryl Atkinson, who was in the uh, TV industry news as a journalist. She became famous for the breaking the case Fast and Furious. That was about the weapons given to Mexicans by the Obama administration. It was covered up. She blew it out, but up until that time, she was on a reporter on CNN, investigative reporter, CNN, CBS, 20 some odd years. And once she broke out that one, she was blackballed. But it, she gets into in the smear, she gets into the psychological warfare of the 2016 election. Uh, and there's a lot of BS going around this social media on YouTube, Facebook, uh, Twitter, and she comes out and she does this book, which really lays it on. And people get smeared. They BS about who they are, what they are, and whatever. She does a great job with this book. It's one of those things that will change your mind almost immediately about what you're hearing on TV and how you're hearing it during this impeachment time, where both sides are smearing each other. They're really throwing up pretentious bullshit around. The second book is by Shelby Steele, a book written by the name of Shame. It gives the history from the 1960s to now around the election. It was written again. These books were written in the between 2014 and 2016. Well, in Shame, he comes out and tells about the war that's going on between, and it's started in the 60s. Okay, according to him, it started in the 60s, between the liberals and the conservatives. And according to him, the liberals won, and tells a story. It's really bad that they've done it. He was clear, precise. His read is very intelligent, and he gets into the left thinking that the United States of America is evil at core based on its history. Well, your opinion, his opinion, preventing, and he says that they're preventing progress. And from what I can see with this impeachment, progress is being held up. I get the government track and see what's happening in the government bills, and there's a lot of bills sitting there, I'm telling you. Okay, then the next one is somebody that maybe you don't like because he's on Fox. His name is Tucker Carlson. He writes a book that's called The Ship of Fools. He wrote this, and he's got many 5 stars. 86% of his 2,500 book reviews are 5%. Why? You're not going to believe it. He doesn't hold back any punches on the Republicans or the Democrats. He gets to the core of what's going on. McConnell and the Biden families and other families that are making the elite, that are making money on our dime. He gets into that, and you won't believe it that one person said, "Don't drink wine and read this book because you're going to be extremely unhappy with both parties. You're going to be extremely upset that this Biden case that's being brought up with Hunter Biden, that's typical in Washington, according to him. And we're just dabbling in a little bit of it. It's incredible. But he talks about the selfish elite class and how they're making money based on their power in Washington. Yeah, according to this, that one of the most corrupt places in the world. And I've read some other books is Unmasking of the Administrative. That's a little high tech as far as a very deep book. Uh, and the last book I'm going to, in this 4 book period that I reviewed, is called The Deep State. Now, this was written in 2016 before the election, and it outlines the fall of the Constitution and the rise of the shadow government. Now, you can question that, you can call it bullshit, you can call it conspiracy theory, but you got to take it into account. He goes back 30 years and shows the development of administrators, generals, whatever, that are running the government. The president doesn't run the government, according to this book. He just sets the policies, but he sends down a policy, and the generals say, the old man's full of shit. I'm not going to listen to him. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I think is right, and that's why a lot of Obama's executive orders Trump cut up, because these administrators at the agencies, the EPA is one. There's all the others. There's so many in Washington. They're doing too much work for us, or they're not doing any work for us. One or the other. They're working for themselves, according to Tucker Carlson. They're working for themselves. They're not working for us. But we're paying them, and we're electing them, and we elect them every year. There's some. I'm for term limits, and they should be out of there. All of them. Get them out, clean them out every 2 years, every 4 years with the senators, and don't give them that long term pension one term and you get paid for the rest of your life. I'd like to have a job like that. I'm not going to get one. And so, anyways, this globalist ideas has seeped into our country, and it's taken over Europe. We know it's taken over Europe. They're having the big problems. London just got rid of their big problem with the EU. Well, they're going to come out other problems. But what I'm getting at is this smearing that's going on, this undercurrent that's going on at the impeachment of Donald John Trump is, for me, all pretentious bullshit. Shouldn't have been gone. They don't have the votes, and I don't know. Check out these books. I put 12. Between the before the election and then up to about a month ago, I've read 12 to 15 books, but I put down 12 in the description that you'll want to look at. Look at some of them because you'll be surprised what these people in this Atkinson said, Steele says, Carlson said, and Lofgren, who wrote The Deep State, say, and you'll say, oh my God, like the guy said, don't drink while you read this book because you're going to be extremely angry. Don't get angry. Be happy. Have a good day. Remember, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you next time. Roy Murray out. Next one is last in the mystery series. And then I'm going to get into thrillers, of which one is one. And you'll see what's going on with these books. Thank you very much. Have a good day.